Hey guys, this is StarRocker from StarrySky Gaming, and welcome to my updated rune video for Yuumi. Now in this video I'm going to be explaining why I feel this Possessing rune page is better than the rest, and to cover about the other choices, but still referring you to the one that I think most people should be using. Okay, so let's just go straight into it. Now there's been a lot of people trying and testing different runes on Yuumi, like revitalization, basically resolve tree, domination tree, inspiration tree, etc, 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 and they've been finding mixed results on it. Now I've been trying a lot of different stuff on Yuumi, and the one I've been finding most success with has been this page. So let's get started, and then we'll go through and cover each rune and why I've been finding better success with this one. Now with this page, I find that Comet is a lot stronger than Airy. Airy is good for being more utility, but I feel that with Yuumi's weak early game, Comet just gives you that little bit of extra damage and more lane pressure, and it's good into a lot of more matchups than Airy is, especially since Airy it's better if you can auto attack more often, and with Yuumi's passive, sometimes auto attacking is not the most efficient though, because of the short range and how vulnerable you can be when walking up just to like proc your passive. So Comet will work so much better with your kit, since when you're attached you can bend your Q around and then hit the target, and they'll get slowed, and they'll make it easier, pretty much a guaranteed Comet land. Mana Flow Band, just because, well, you're not really going to use Nullifying Orb since you're attached most of the time, and Nimbus Cloak is not really, you're not going to use it because you're attached, so you're not going to make much of the movement speed. Mana Flow Band will just help you with sustaining the lane, to be honest, with when you're proccing your passive. When you're proccing your Q and then getting the stacks on the Mana Flow Band, so this is probably the best one out of the three, because you have to do just suck for it. Now Absolute Focus, if you really want the CDR you can run it though, but the better one to be using would be Absolute Focus, because with her kit on the W given an adaptive passive, you make good use of this straight away. You get AP earlier on, it scales, gives you early game damage, and you can easily give some AD straight to your ADC. And plus with the free AP as well, it just gives you a little bit of extra lane pressure. That one you're not going to use, that one you don't really need, you don't need the CDR because Yuumi's cooldowns aren't particularly too long. And this one just gives you a lot better early game. Now, Gathering Storm, there is one of two choices you can particularly use. You can either use Scorch if you really want a bit more damage in lane. But even though the extra damage is nice, I find that Gathering Storm is just so much better with Yuumi's kit. It'll give you better scaling, because Yuumi is one of those hyper scaling supports, and it works better with, most importantly, it has good synergy with your W passive. With this, it gives you adaptive AP, and it scales really well with how longer the game goes. And with your W, it has adaptive damage, so the more AP you give, the more adaptive you give to your ADC or whoever you're attached to. So, for example, AP for you W to your ADC, and then you'll give more AD the longer the game goes on. So it just works better with kit, and I feel this is better over Scorch, in my opinion. Now to the interesting page. Personally, I've tried Domination. I've tried stuff like, how do you put it? What's it called? Ghost Poro and Ultimate Hunter. It works nice, 3P vision and ultimate cooldown. I've even tried Resolve with Font of Life and Revitalize. Some good runes, solid choice. Even like Biscuits, CDR, a little bit lower cooldown on your Q, some extra regen. Personally, I don't think you need it. But I've found overall that the best two, in my opinion, are Presence of Mindful, because it's easy to get takedowns in Yuumi's because you're always in close proximity of a champion. So when you're attached, you're going to get a takedown. It's easy to hit your Q, you can use your E, get a heal. Basically, takedowns are pretty much guaranteed with whoever you stand to, so this synergizes really well with Yuumi's kit and playstyle. So when you hit level 6, you can get this, you can do some better trades, you'll get the mana refund, which is always nice, but the most thing you want though is the ultimate cooldown. Because Yuumi's ultimate is a lot better than people give credit for, and with this, you're able to do massive AoE effect, to multiple champions, and when you W, you can continue AoEing people, and then if you get multiple takedowns, it will just reduce your cooldown that much further, so you get it up a lot more frequently. It's just really, really good. Synergize as well with a kit so easily. But the best one I find is Cut Down. Now, Cut Down deals 5 to 15% more damage to champions based on how much more max health they have than you. Bonus damage scales up linearly against enemies for 10 to 200% more health. Basically, put this bluntly, with Yuumi having the lowest base health in the game, everything else has more health than you. So this instantly works from level 1. From level 1 onwards, you're going to be getting a percentage and damage buff. And since Yuumi with the base health, so he has like 433 base health. So anything more than you, yeah, you're going to be doing damage. So you're going to have percentage damage throughout the entire game. And this is going to increase your damage output and help your ultimate damage output so much more better. This is such a good rune on Yuumi. It makes so much use of her kit. I don't know if they intentionally did this with her health, but this is probably the best rune on her. She suffers early game. This helps your early game out even more with percent damage, making your skills do even more, and giving you this insanely good scaling. This whole kind of rune setup will give you early game damage, good mana regen, more early game damage, insanely good scaling, and also good adaptive damage with your W passive. So this synergizes really well, and your position tree. This synergizes really well with your ultimate and just a kit, so you want to get your ultimate off cooldown as quick as possible. And then there's one that synergizes with a health. Straight away from level 1, percent health damage, percent damage will just make your kit and your Qs and everything and your ultimate just work so much better. And then you both got your adaptive, and you can run health if you really want to, because you're not really going to need the resistances, to be honest. If you're a D-attached, she has like some of the lowest resistances in the game, so you're pretty much going to be dead if someone ever gets hold of you. So it's not even worth going resistances. To be honest, you might just go to health. Even with the health, you're still going to have the lowest health in the game. I think with 433 and then you start with an extra 15, you got 448. I don't think anyone else has anything below 400. Below 450? I'm pretty sure everyone else in the game has health over 450. I think maybe like Lux might be the lowest one next with 490 base health. There's a couple others around that one, but yeah, you are literally the worst champion in the game for health. But give this rune page a try, see how you get on with it. I guarantee you'll enjoy it and find that by the end of the game, you probably would have done more damage than your mid laner unless it was super popping off all your ADC. It'll give you good damage, good early game synergy, good mid to late game synergy, and then this will help with your ultimates and just percent damage. Give it a try, see how you get on with. Let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, good luck, and I hope this helps you climb. So thank you very much for watching this, and until next time, I'll see you then.